Hello and welcome to the show. Now, lots of people have wanted me to do stuff with the Morgan three-wheeler, and seeing as the Blizzard Mountain expansion came out just after the Morgan was released, well, it makes perfect sense to me to take these cars for some racing in the snow. They are relatively standard. The only difference is that they have got the snow tyres, so there will be some traction, not a lot of traction going on, let's be honest here. They've got one driven wheel at the back. Hold on, okay, so we go far enough away, we have ghost people going on. That's a little bit, but yeah, we've got a ghost Morgan. Now that is a scary sight. Oh, and it looks like the snow is coming down again. Before we started filming this, we literally sat for about 3 minutes, I think, just in constant blizzard, which is always entertaining. I do like, though, how if you're staying stationary, you'll see that the snow builds up on the vehicle. I wasn't expecting that sort of little detail. It's just a small detail, but it's really rather cool. Alright, we shall go for a C-Class Morgan here. This one, shall we start off with a horrible blizzard event? Yes, why not? What could go wrong with this, other than everything? And then you're not going to see what's going wrong because there is too much snow. Sounds about the FailRace way, really. So it is to the Whitestone Village Scramble. I'm not even sure what circuit this one is. However, we're not going to be seeing very much of it. Oh, the game is being kind. The game is being very kind to me indeed, as not that necessarily starting first is going to help you much. Visibility will be a little bit better, which is always good. We're starting on the tarmac. Oh, I remember this circuit. It was immediate murder of Snowman, a possible route to be going for. The mighty 82 horsepowers of Morgan is firing itself through that first corner. It might not have a huge amount of power or a huge amount of torque, but it is incredibly light, so it isn't too terribly slow. Oh god, although we've got a corner coming up there very quickly. Hello, thanks for the assistance. I didn't quite know where I was going. Getting out of the, or getting in the walls is probably not a good idea. One thing you've got to be really careful of, you do not want to get your car, especially a vehicle like this, in the snowbanks that are around the places. Not a fun area to be. Will slow your car down an awful, or slow something like this down an awful lot. You know, a big off-road racing truck, not quite so much. Oh, we're going to get a little bit of bump drafting and some Morgans going on there. Yes, that's what it. That's what it is. Don't know where. I don't know the course whatsoever, and I can't see a thing in the blizzard. Not a good combination of things. I'm actually quite surprised, though, that the Morgan is as controllable as this. I know we've got it on, you know, kind of sensible tyres. This is still a very, very silly car. I'd be amazed if they hit the checkpoint going through there, because they very much dove to the inside of me. Oh, it's all getting a little bit bumpy. Down here, I am hemorrhaging positions at the moment. Not been a good opening lap, although the first two have had a bump, and now it's a 4-5 car battle for the lead. I'm not sure if there's anyone behind me in close proximity. I daren't really look. There's too much to be worrying about right now ahead of me to be worrying about looking behind. Can we sneak a past? Kind of snuck a past-ish. There's a little bit of bumping going on ahead. Oh, we're going to get a little bit of a lag. Cannon backwards. Never good. Never good when you get a lag cannon backwards. Someone is catching behind a little bit as well, so it's going to become... The leader is starting to check out a little bit at the front. He's managed to work his way up there and run away from the rest of us. These Morgans are actually surprisingly good fun and surprisingly drivable. In these conditions, it's not very fast. We're doing a giddy heights of 79 miles an hour. The policeman might just about want to have a word with you for that one. But they are, entertaining enough to drive. And there's quite a lot of different lines going on, which is making things interesting on some of these courses. Don't take out my fellow British liveried car there. We're going to have a little bit of a bump. Everyone's diving to the inside. Yeah, you kind of do want to dive to the inside down there. You're not going to be the quickest off the corner, although it does still seem to have worked in terms of making me time on second place. The leader is absolutely pissed off in this one. Ridiculously far gone. Yes, let the Morgan ahead of you clear the barriers out of the way. Can't do anything about getting... Oh, maybe he overshoots that corner a little bit too. The weather effects are, pretty impressive going on. I imagine it would not be very comfortable to be driving a Morgan three-wheeler in this sort of weather condition. You would be really bloody cold. You hit a lamppost ahead of me, and there's nothing I could do other than just lift out of the throttle. We are going to take third, I think. This has been a hell of a battle for the podium positions. He's still alongside. No, he is not. That's always good. I think we're flat out all the way up here. We're taking a little bit of a wider approach there. I'm hoping we can maybe sneak up the inside across this crest. Oh, there's a little bit of a bump. Thankfully, these are surprisingly stable. You can get away with little bits of a bump. Oh, we've got a bit of a bump there. Someone's sneaking up the inside of me now as we head down towards the sort of semi-jump. We have got a vehicle on the inside, so I can't dive too far down the course. Although he has now gone and given me a bit of space here. He slid his way through with two cars in one corner. He's going to lose one of those positions. Don't know what happened to the poor vehicle on the outside, who has lost a whole heap of places in all of that one. But they've been dumped back. I don't even know what went on behind me. There's been all sorts of reshuffling. Either way, while I don't particularly care too much, thank you for the assistance into turn one. That is exactly what we needed through there. I was just about making the corner as well, god damn it. Yeah, for all of that, I found myself in second place. The leader, I think, may have either had a spin or missed a checkpoint in that one. Has fallen back. He got so much time that he could get away with that. That's incredible. I am back in the fight now, but it's not going to matter considering the speed that he was showing earlier. I don't think there is much that I can do to find a way past. Oh, that was a little bit too quicker. Change of direction. Slightly forgot where I was going as we crest the hill here. Can we have a do-or-die moment? Can we have a big dive somewhere around the course? I don't know. We can actually be flat out through that. I think these cars have a lot more grip than I'm expecting it to. You're just not expecting it to have the level of grip that it actually does as we chuck it into this corner. Yeah, you can really throw it into the turns. I was expecting it to be horrendously unstable, but you can absolutely throw it through the corners here. That's really impressive from the Morgan. It's a little bit of a slide towards the finish. A little bit closer result than it perhaps should have been, in all honesty, with that mistake, I think, on the final lap. I will claim second. Actually quite close fastest laps between me and third place. These are entertaining vehicles to drive. I think there might have been a couple of missed checkpoints. It's very easy to do, especially in these conditions, if you don't know the track. And yeah, with very little in the way of visibility, missing checkpoints is quite a likely outcome. Yeah, for a first race with the Morgans, I'm actually really impressed. Oh, we got an achievable! Fantastic, I got a Forza. Thank you for that one. So not really a proper achievable. We got some money, all of 10,000. Oh, we're going to level up as well. Yes, let's hope for a Horizon Edition car. Probably too much to hope for. You never know. With the I did see one on the wheel spin, even though it's not kind of coming up as the main prize. Nah, it's not going to be. Not going to be anything. We were one below the 570S. The giddy heights of 60,000 credits. Well, Morgans have surprised me. Actually, not that bad when it comes to some snow. So I have decided to be mean. Yes, very mean. For our next race, we are doing the Devil's Corner hill climb that is, without a doubt, one of the most vicious. Again, game is being kind to me in terms of starting positions. Yeah, this is a vicious, vicious hill climb course. I do quite like it. How the Morgans are going to fare here, though, we shall wait and see. Visibility is considerably better, in fact. It is a glorious day here on not-so-blizzard mountain. Hopefully we can make the most of the opportunity. I don't know if there are any big ice patches around this course. That's a good start. Much better start to my race. Oh, that's a tight corner. That's a very tight corner. It's just a car comes slithering its way past up the inside. Oh, good God, the traction up this hill. Oh, there is none of it. There is none of the traction in any way, shape or form in the Morgan. Oh, okay. The lovely grip that we were enjoying in that previous track has gone away. It has run away and hid in a corner somewhere, and we've got it's all gone. And I think perhaps the icy tarmac is better than the snowy dirt. I think that is definitely the case. We're just going to throw snow at the car behind us. That is a viable tactic. Little bit wacky races tactic, just sort of blind them with snow. But if it works, I guess. At the end of the day, we're going to hug the inside, make it really difficult for someone to get past. Although, as I say that, we're going to make a Morgan very wide by being very, very sideways. That is a way to do things. Although, having said I was going to hug the inside, I know he's not quite managed to get the run on me. I actually got a little bit better run out of that turn. We're going to continue to try and defend the inside. He's going to run in really deep, but then clog the wall, and then you lose all of that glorious momentum on the exit of a corner. And with the traction being as limited as it is, glorious momentum is very, very important. You see, I've got, oh, there comes a jump. Got actually a decent enough size gap for now, until the next corner, where we struggle a little bit for some grip. There we go. Yeah, this is a hell of a course. This is a really incredible, incredible hill climb stage. And Morgan is struggling. I think there's ice patches around here. We're going to hug that inside really close. Again, it's kind of a bit of defensive driving. Kind of a little bit try and keep my car out of what I thought was the ice. And again, focus on getting that traction up the hill. I don't know if being a slightly higher gear is a good idea here or not. Try and minimise the... I say one tyre fire, but we've only got one tyre to be spinning. Just try and minimise all the wheel spin that I can. He's definitely looking. There's an ice patch on the inside. Yeah, he found it. There's one on the outside that I've found. Oh, bad things are going to happen to me. Oh! Twice in one race, we have had the same car slither its way up the inside, almost out of control. That time, though, it was pointing backwards. Oh, that was really horrible ice. The ice is 10 times worse when you only have one rear wheel. The ice is horrible. The ice is horrible in the Morgan, but it does make for quite an entertaining race. And that's the finish line. Yes, we are going to take a victory. Some defensive driving and a bit more luck for me on the ice there. That was very unlucky. Could have gone either way. I saw the first patch of ice and avoided that one, but I didn't see the second patch, and that will cause trouble for you, really, on a course like this. And we have a backwards Morgan to finish down in 7th. Well, again, a little bit impressed in some ways with these cars. Yes, they don't have any traction in any way, shape, or form out on the sort of the dirt. Oh, character has a little bit vanished there. However, once you've got it going, it can actually maintain more corner speed than I was expected to. It is a lot more stable, even with the odd little bit of a bump and so on throughout. So yeah, Morgan turns out not a bad ice racing car. Now, our next track is quickly becoming one of my favourite events in the Blizzard Mountain expansion. The Snowpark Cross Country Circuit is, well, kind of a proper ice racing track, and it is a lot of fun. From a couple of practice, we just did a couple of practice races yesterday, messing about with just general vehicles in whatever class, and it was incredible for wheel-to-wheel racing. Not so much fun to drive on your own, but with wheel-to-wheel racing it is phenomenal. I do have a small concern that we might not be going fast enough off the start line to make this opening jump. That could be an issue. Oh no, there's not an actual... Okay, that's fine. There's not actually like a ramp the other side that we've got to land on. I don't know what's going on with Horizon 3 either, but I'm starting on pole a lot, which is very weird indeed. There's a few Morgans up in the snowbanks. Carefully does it through here. Try and carry as much speed as you can, but remember we are pretty much on bicycle wheels and we don't have a huge amount in the way of turning, but I am leading the field through, and as I say that, I get a very, very big twitch on the snow there. Well, there goes my lovely, lovely lead. That is all evaporated. Amazingly, though, I am still in the lead after that. And across the next jump, we are going plenty fast enough to clear them. That was the one that I was thinking of that had a sort of landing area, but we are going quick enough, so that is all right. And then we have a really, really nasty hairpin to finish off. But you can kind of make the most of the banking and really throw the car through the corner as we head on towards our second lap here. I could have probably done a few more laps. I wasn't quite sure how long these cars would take to get around this circuit. And, ooh, that's a horrible, horrible landing. I'm hoping I'm not the only one having issues with that one there. By the looks of it, I had the worst issues, but we are still pointing in the right direction. Looks like we are going to very, very quickly, though, have company. Kind of okay with that. It's a little bit boring when you're running around at the front on your own, although I do still like to win. I'm just about clear to come down on my inside. It's all very fighty. Uh-oh, we're going to get cut back by 2 cars through there. I'm trying to go around the outside, maintain that momentum. I've got back one of the positions. Can we go for an aerial overtake for the lead? Probably not. Probably not. That was ambitious. That was ambitious. We might actually be able to get the drive. We're not going to get through the first part, although we might get ourselves... Yes, we will get ourselves to the inside on the hairpin. I'm trying my best to get out of that corner. Well, it's not quite worked. I've got someone on... Right, I think maybe a slightly higher line through there is where you want to be. I'm taking a very, very tight line. Admittedly, I was trying to go for an overtake, but... yeah, oh, the lead has had a horrible wobble that time around. It seems to be the curse of whoever is out in first will have problems on the landing of the opening jump. And now they're banging wheels. Yes, keep doing that. Keep doing that. Everyone's understeering wide here. I'm going to do exactly the same again, but I might move myself up into second place. I don't know where the car is. I don't know whether I've tried to give him as much space as I could on the inside in case he was there, and I believe he was. So that was good. It's so close to being flat out through that. It's scary flat out through that corner, though. Across the next big jump we go. The leader is just a cloud of snow at the moment. Just follow the snow, and we will be okay. Right, so I'm going to take a higher line through this final hairpin. See if that is a better way through. Yeah, I think you can make a little bit more of the banking, carry that more speed on the way in, but it's difficult to overtake. Got a car ahead of you yet. No sight of the leader whatsoever. We are nicely done through that landing zone. Cars popping in and out of existence in my rear view mirror. Always a comforting sight behind you. Oh, bouncy, bouncy. Not so much fun through there. I'm taking a really tight line up here, and that has worked out for me well. It's drawn me alongside first place. Again, trying to give him space. Oh, we're going to run along the back. This is incredible racing. This is absolutely phenomenal racing here with the Morgans. I'm going to go to the inside. I might actually get the position here, although I'm going to be on the long way round for the next corner. I don't know if it's going to work itself out in my favour or not. We're swapping sides as we go. I'm going to absolutely throw it up the inside here, try and make the most of the banking where I can. I don't know where he's gone. He's on the outside. I don't think he's going to have a good enough run. It is going to be victory. Number 2 for me in the Morgans. I'm guessing I didn't get a technically clean lap because I was interested to see what my lap would have been, because that final lap I actually found a huge amount of speed going on. That was a great race. That was an absolutely phenomenal race with these cars. Lots and lots of changes for position in that one. These Morgans are excellent. They really, really are, and surprisingly good in the snow. Well, to finish off, we have got another blizzard to contend with, the Snow Forest Hill Climb. I haven't driven this circuit before, so I don't really know where we're going, and for the first time in this entire session, I find myself down towards the lower part of the grid. This is the trick, have a slightly smaller lobby, and Horizon is nice to me. Yeah, this should be an interesting... It's not quite as viciously twisty as the previous one, although that will probably mean that these are then going at higher speeds, which is scary, I think. I say higher speeds. They're not massively fast cars in a straight line, but we are on snow. We do already have 3 wheels, and the one at the back is a little bit on the loopy side of things, so... Yeah, who really knows what might happen if we start going sort of above 100 miles an hour with this car. It's 3 wide up ahead of me, and I'm going to lose a spot to the banana. About the only car that's not liveried like a fighter plane. I do love that the Morgan 3-wheeler has got so many liveries. I think we've got most of the big Air Forces, sort of World War II liveries going on in this race. I love that there are so many of those liveries for the Morgan 3-wheeler. I think it's going to look fantastic with them. I can't really do anything at the moment. I found myself in last place. Okay, I might have lied when I said this was a little bit less twisty. I thought it was, but this looks vicious that we are about to tackle. Almost found a way back past the banana. We're going to be stuck on the outside. That is a big patch of ice on the inside of the course that everyone's being dragged wide in. Oh, we're trying to get through. Yeah, you don't want to be on that ice. The ice patches, I believe, are all coned off, so you can just sometimes have a little bit of warning as to where one might be, but if you're already committed to a corner, there is very, very little that you can do, especially, I mean, I avoided that one. However, I was still caught up in the effects of the patch of ice down there as, you know, vehicles ahead of you get into strife. It's a cool little pass bit, probably be, well, I say be perhaps a bit more entertaining slash challenging in fast cars, because you're not going massively fast in this car. It's not that it's not entertaining to drive, it's perhaps the wrong word. Perhaps scarier in faster cars, because yeah, you're not actually going massively fast in this, so it's not, you know, absolutely terrifying tackling some of these twistier sections at speed. Ooh, we've got to... Okay, thankfully I think he ghosted out before he came across back in front of me. That is helpful. We're taking a cheeky shortcut. Didn't really mean that. I just saw where the flags were and aimed for them, and well, it ended up being a little bit of a cheeky shortcut, but never mind. We're not doing too badly, actually, pushing through the deeper snow along the side of the road. I thought we would have real issues with that, but not really losing time when I end up doing that. Kind of catching up. I think a podium might be pushing my luck a little bit. The leader is just that little bit far gone, unless there is a mistake from a big mistake from a car up here. Fourth might be doable. Much more than that, although having said that, ice I think caught the leader out. We all slid a bit wide through there, and we find a way for the pass for fourth. Oh, I had to kind of bump into him because I wanted to make sure I got the checkpoint. Sorry, I was very quickly running out of road there. I think he might have found a snowbank though. That was not so. Get off that bit, get off that bit. There we go, we're fine. Well, I can see the podium positions up ahead. Not sure that we're going to be able to do a huge amount about it though, as we round what I'm assuming are the final couple of corners. Yeah, the finish line is up ahead. We've lost sight of the lead group. That's a pretty cool circuit as well. Again, I'm finding all of the routes that I've really driven so far, I've been pretty impressed with. Been fantastic stages to tackle. Couldn't quite keep up my podium streak throughout the video. 2 wins, a second place, and a fourth place is not too bad, not too shabby at all. I think it's some really very, very close races, which is the most important thing. Basically, when it comes to Forza, I see you're finishing in reverse and you mistimed your spin, so you didn't quite cross the line. Yep, everybody else also saw that one. Well done. The Morgan three-wheeler is a surprisingly good... I say surprisingly good. I was expecting this to be horrendously difficult to drive, very unstable and twitchy, and absolutely hate being on the snow. That was kind of the point of racing it in the snow. However, that wasn't the case at all. It was actually very, very good fun to drive. Yeah, not the fastest car in a straight line by any means, and you know, not quick as accelerating, and at times struggles with traction. But actually really rather good fun to go racing with, and we had a lot of close battles with them. However, that is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and we shall finish with some snow donuts. Until next time, goodbye. Pretty lousy donuts. I apologise.